Greet you all a big welcome to this event, which is a part of the Burning Man Week. Our ambition is that all of us together will gain new insights and come up with new ideas and plant seeds for future collaboration together.
Why are artists and creative thinkers and people from your city and from cities around the world coming to our city? Well, in a way, we're in dialogue with the city of Stockholm and many other cities throughout Europe as citizens from their cities are gathering to talk about common challenges that they're trying to address, what lessons there are from a temporary city, our city, Black Rock City, which the Burning Man event takes place in and we create annually, and lessons from that temporary city for permanent cities. It's a very interesting and fertile time. Right now, there's a great desire for people to come together and talk and self-reflect. When you have play in combination with the 10 principles, you have a kind of connectivity, and connectivity breeds engagement. And when people are living very playfully, they feel very safe, and that's when innovation happens. It's when also people are being really authentic, that you can really connect with one another in a way that's not possible otherwise. And I'm concerned about the health of our cities. I want them to remain vital and to offer people quality of life and choice of lifestyle, and not to become, the rents get so expensive that young people can't even afford to live in the cities, and our cities end up becoming expensive tourist traps without any soul.
The moment where we make the most important decisions in most planning projects is the moment where we know the least about what we're doing and the least about what we can do out there. I've been talking about experimentation as a new means of planning cities or developing cities. We can only plan something we already know what is, and right now our cities seem to need solutions that we're not able to create already. So we need to sort of turn around, look towards the future, and to do that we need to experiment more. When we end a project, we can look back and say, did we do what we planned to do? And very often we can say, yes, we did exactly what we planned to do. That's a positive outcome of our project. But really it isn't. The time where you know the most about the project you're working on will also be the time when you're ending it. And we sort of need to turn that around so we make the most important decisions in the moment where we also know a lot about what we're doing. And to do that we need to sort of iterate during our projects, we need to experiment.
And every government comes in and says, we will change this by building more housing, or we will change this by releasing more land. And the reality is nothing really changes. I think the big challenge we face is that we have to reinvent our institutional infrastructures fit for a 21st century which is based on interdependency and contribution, as opposed to 19th century which is based on silos, management and actual effectively work. If you go to prison in America, it costs the state $144,000 circa. This is more expensive than going to some of the best universities everywhere in the world pretty much. If you can give me the reading ages of children at the age of 7, I can tell you with 70% certainty which child will come to my prison. Now, when we know all this, why can we not do something about it? And largely the basic reason is we don't account for future costs. So future liabilities of understanding our future social costs are never on a city's balance sheet. So imagine a future where a city no longer looks at people and says, how much do they cost me? But actually says, have we unlocked the maximum capacity of actually every one of our citizens? So the accounting model is no longer about the deficit, but the actual loss of opportunity. I think that's the real challenge that we're facing, is whether we can dream as big to imagine that we can create a new economic model. And I think that's the challenge for most of Western democracies, as we're so struggling to maintain our current position that we're losing our capacity to dream perhaps an even more progressive future position. That I think is the biggest challenge, because we're afraid. And I think unless we become afraid of the future but recognize this infinite capacity, I think we will struggle to create it.